Hey all, Heber here. So today I'm taking out what is quickly becoming my favorite battleship in the game, and it is of course the tier 8 French premium, the République. And I really like this ship here. I didn't think I would, but well, there it is, and it's, yeah, I guess I can say it is my favorite. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment, guys. So let's just have a quick look at my build before we get into the gameplay here. And I'm using a premium commander. Yes, I'm sorry, but I am. And it is Azure Lane Dunkirk. And this commander is probably the best premium commander there is. I have like a precision build and, you know, all the usual perks on it that allows me to switch from AP to HE instantly, provided that my guns are loaded. And in this game, we are playing with the wonderful, the pretty, the amazing Transformer camouflage. And I hope you get that I'm being ironic here, because this is probably one of the ugliest camouflages you can possibly put on your ship in this game here. Like, it is nasty. So I'm starting over here on the left flank, and I have 2 destroyers with me, and that's usually a good thing, you know, because it means that it's really hard to get ambushed by destroyers. And there is 3 destroyers in this game, and I'm guessing there's probably 2 red destroyers over here, because that's usually how it is. They are, you know, spawns are mirrored sometimes they're not. But in this case here, I think there's 2 destroyers over here, so I'm not going to push in. Pushing into 2 destroyers is not the best idea, especially without a cruiser around, because my reload is so slow that should they charge me, I'm probably going to eat a lot of torpedoes, and if I don't get sunk, then I'll be pretty much out of the game. So yeah. So you can see there is actually 2 destroyers over here on this cap, and really all my destroyers have to do is just, you know, stay alive and spot, really, that's it. And then it will slowly pound the enemies over here into submission, because I'm in a really good spot here. I'm not too far away, I'm not too close, and I can get both guns on target. So if we just keep the destroyers at bay, then sooner or later I'll have removed that Republique there, and yeah, if I get a shot at destroyers, I'm going to take it. Because again, with this commander here, I can just switch instantly from AP to HE, like I'm doing here. Because I'm thinking, maybe one of them will pop up soon. Because I can't shoot at the Republique anyway. But the Österjutland eats a torpedo, and the other destroyer is down to, like, no health. So this just turns the whole game upside down. Here we are, 2.5 minutes into the game. Like, this flank here goes from probably the strong flank to the absolute weak flank now, because that destroyer just needs, like, someone to push it and it'll blow up, and there's no way I can deal with 2 destroyers in here, especially since they are concealed, they're in smoke. I have no idea where they are, and I have 2 battleships. They don't have a perfect crossfire on me, but they do have a pretty nasty triangle here with me in the middle. So I am going to have to disengage. I don't have an option here. That's just too bad, and we're going to have to just defend this flank here instead of actually being on the offensive, because we are definitely not able to be offensive over here now. And there goes the destroyer, and I'm on my own on this flank here 3 minutes into the game. So, I mean, this is what the video is about. Like, in these situations, you just gotta make the best of it. And I've had some good salvos so far, especially on the other Republique, so I'm doing okay damage-wise so far into the game, but I'm not in the best position here, and neither is the rest of my team. They're all lumped in the middle of the map. So, I mean, what that means is that there's no one defending the right flank. Well, there's a cruiser, but yeah, there's 2 battleships versus a cruiser, so there's only one way that's gonna end. So I'm just going to be as slow as I possibly can over here, trying to, you know, drag it out as long as I can, and I'm trying to stay out of range of the battleships. And I also need about 8 or 9 kilometers leeway so I can react to incoming torpedoes, because I don't have sonar on this ship here, and I don't know what those 2 destroyers are up to. And you can see the blue team is clumping around in the B cap, so there's not going to be any help over here in, you know, the next few minutes. So I just have to focus on staying alive. And yeah, that means, unfortunately, retreating. It's not something that I like to do in this game here, but sometimes you are just forced to do it. And just play the best you can. So the cruiser is also like forced all the way up in the corner here behind the island on the other flank. And I'm just having a look here. How are things actually looking? Because they're not looking very well. So right now, at this point in time, I am certain we're going to lose this game here. Because I look at our positioning. It's almost as bad as it can possibly be. I mean, yes, we have the B cap. I think that's the only positive thing that has happened so far. But everybody is sitting in the B cap, except for one battleship, myself and the unlucky cruiser that's just been pummeled up in the corner there. So at this point in time, I think there's still time to push in. We're only 5 minutes into the game, and all I need is just a little bit of an opening somewhere, somehow, that allows me to move in. But obviously, like, I don't really want to move into the B cap because it's already full of ships in there, and there's no point me going in there. So at this time here, I'm thinking maybe I'll hit for the A cap then, because the B cap is, not C cap, sorry, is out of the question. It's full of destroyers. I can't do that on my own. So while I'm sitting out here in open sea contemplating my choices, because I'm getting hit from everywhere and I can't really see anyone. We'll just look at this camouflage here, like I said in the beginning, because yeah, that's pretty ugly. That's actually horrendously ugly and terrible looking and just all out ugly, like disgusting. And if you pay any doubloons for this camouflage here, please write a comment, and we'll have to have your head examined, because I got it for free and I only put it on for this video here to show it off, to say like, look everyone, this is the ugliest camo in the game, do not buy this. So of course you are welcome to buy it if you are into weird yellow transformer commanders that does absolute nothing for the aesthetics of the ship, because this is a pretty ship, but this camo on here, it's a pile of yeah, you know what. So at this moment here, I'm thinking, okay, this looks like my opening to actually move in and be a little bit more useful again, because we're running out of time and something has to happen. But if you look over on the right flank now, I'm showing broadside over there, and there's 2 battleships pushing up there, and there's a battleship on the other flank as well. So obviously my plan or my hopes of pushing in here, well, they're dashed. I cannot keep moving in. I'll have to angle towards these ships over here, and it's like the worst tree or duo you can run into. It's a Musashi, which will punish you from range, and out on the right we have a Tirpitz. So I cannot push into these guys because the Tirpitz will just torp me. That's what he wants. And I can't really turn away, because then the Musashi is going to absolutely citadel me. So I'm going to have to time this perfectly. And luckily I get a little bit of help here. Someone else shooting at the Musashi, making him turn away. Because if he didn't turn away, if he kept going bow in on me, I would have probably bought it here, because the Tirpitz would just have nailed me, really. Because like I said, all I want to do here is turn around, so I don't get too close to that Tirpitz that's approaching from the right. Because, as you know, they have torpedoes. So I switch to HE here, hoping to finish off the Musashi. And he's got his guns off me, at least his 2 front guns, so that's okay. I can probably survive a salvo from the rear gun. And it's like in the last second here. So I have to do it now. I don't have a choice. I have to turn. Because getting close to this Tirpitz, I'm already too close now. It just, yeah, it's suicide. So, just gotta try to figure out, like, when is he firing his torps? And I was trying to take out the torps there, but it didn't work. So, just turning, and then as soon as I think he's fired torpedoes, I'm going to go, well, full rudder, which I'm doing now. So hopefully that'll do it. And in the meantime, someone helped me take care of the Musashi, which helped a lot here. I didn't expect that kind of help, but thank you very much. As you can see, we're actually starting to turn this battle now. It didn't look very good 5 minutes ago, but it's actually not looking too bad now. It is unfair teams, because there's 3 destroyers versus 4 battleships and 1 destroyer, and, you know, in a normal battle, that would be like a certain win, but, you know, nothing is certain in this game here, and I just have to survive, really, and then the guys that are in the middle of the map, they will have to do all the hard work capping, because I'm too far away, and I can't really start going in now. We are, like, too late in the battle for that. But if we do get high caliber here, and we get rid of that pesky turbines, and here's the Fletcher, and yeah, I don't really know what, strategic purpose this is for here, but, you know, serves me well. And I use Azure Lane Dunkirk here to switch my shells. I had AP loaded for the turrets, and then the Fletcher comes around, and I just switch in 1 second to HE, and of course that's what you want to shoot when you want to deal with destroyers, especially the pesky kind like this guy here, who is obviously going for gold, like he's going to suicide torp, so we have to remove him. And I do remove him here. I think someone must have gotten the kill from a fire, and probably just a few seconds before he fired torps. But as you can see, I'm still spotted, so there's at least one other destroyer out here, and there's at least one in, well, you can see him now over on the right. So there's only one destroyer out here, and it's a Japanese destroyer, so we gotta be careful, because we're getting very close to actually catching these guys on points now. So if we lose a battleship, like namely if we lose me, that's gonna cost us a lot of points. So it's more important that I stay alive now than I actually finish off the destroyer here, because he's made a mistake already. It seems that he's out here chasing me, and there's some torps incoming, which obviously is not the best move. He should be making sure that the sea cap is, you know, defended, because destroyers, you always hear this, destroyers chasing battleships at, you know, the back of the map. It's usually a bad idea. Especially when the battleships know where they are, or roughly have an idea of where they are, and there he is. So we get a shot in here before he smokes up, and luckily my damage con is back, so I can repair that fire. And then I'm just hoping I'm gonna go unspotted here, because I repaired that fire, because I'm so low on health that I'm thinking, okay, it's do or die here. Either I repair this fire and I go unspotted, or I don't and then I die. And yes, luck a little bit. So there is probably, in theory, enough time for this destroyer to, you know, give up chasing me, go and defend the last cap, and for the last destroyer to grab the A cap. He could torp those 2 battleships potentially, but yeah, you'll see what happens. But for me now, the most important thing is to stay alive, like I said before, because if I get sunk, this destroyer here is probably going to give up chasing me and it's going to go back and do horrible things in the middle of the map. There's still 2 minutes left. I don't know if he's got enough time to do it anyway, but sinking me is minus 60 points, I believe, and obviously that's a bad thing. So I'm trying to keep him at bay here. You know, I have a rough idea where he is. That's where I'm pointing my guns now. And as I go unspotted, I'm thinking, oh, he's probably going behind the island then. And, you know, when he comes out, which side is he going to be on? Well, that's a good question. And I think, well, he's probably going to go, you know, to the left and then try to torp me from there. So that's why I'm steering away, going, okay, I have to stay alive for as long as possible, because we have the tickets rolling in now. We are ahead on points. The guys have done a good job in there, getting A and B, and they are actually in the process of getting C, which is amazing when the Reds have 2 destroyers left. I think it's safe to say right now that this is not the best destroyer play you are witnessing right here, because this is destroyers chasing battleships for damage and throwing the game for the red team. Really, like, yeah, it's the truth, and too bad. There he is again. He decides to shoot again and goes spotted. And I'm just waiting a little bit to see what he's actually up to before I fire, because, yeah, with only 4 barrels, there's not the best chance of hitting these guys unless they are broadside on. So I'm just thinking, hey, could someone, you know, give me a hand here? because 815, if I get sunk now, it's okay. We're still gonna win the battle. But it did take a little bit of, you know, circling and wiggling and not getting too close to this Kagero here. I don't know what he's shooting at the moment, but I'm thinking, okay, I can afford to be sunk, so let's see if we can't take this guy out just here before the battle finishes in a few seconds. And I'm down to 700 health. So it's very, very, very close. And that's it. The gong has sounded, and we pull off the victory here, which we should have lost this battle here. Absolutely. We had a horrible start, and I don't know what happened, but there you go. Play the best you can when, you know, odds are looking bad. So hope you enjoyed it, and see you out there.